Assalamu alaikum. I hope you guys are doing well. It is almost the end of Ramadan. May Allah accept from us, and may Allah make us strive more and more as the days go by. It's at the end, and subhanAllah, it's just a motivator, alhamdulillah, to try to soak it all up. I did want to talk about something today that I started to think about a lot, about my motherhood journey, my motherhood experience, or like what it is to be a mother. And I've made a few different shifts in my head that I wanted to share with you guys. It's really important to understand what our identity is, and ultimately it's to serve Allah, being a servant of Allah, and to serve other people, to help other people when we can. So I'm a Muslim. Before I was even a human, I was a Muslim. And I think it's really important to hold on to that identity, because if we put motherhood in the center of ourselves as our main identity or purpose or focus or priority, it's going to get very messy. If motherhood is our center, it's dangerous for some reasons. One of them is the image of motherhood, because it's been in our faces a lot of what motherhood could look like, right? These actions equal what it means to be a mother. So whether that's in shows, movies, culture, after the Industrial Revolution, like some traits of motherhood, like cooking, with the apron, and like some traits like in commercials. So we see like certain traits of what it is to be a mother. This identity is often too curated from other people's perspective on us, whereas it's not from what Allah has ordained for us. The Quran does not center around motherhood. Astaghfirullah. It does not say motherhood means this. Being a mother is identified as this. There are great women, time and time again, displayed in the Islamic history, displayed even like Musa's mother, may Allah be pleased with her, giving her son away. These are traits of human beings, of women, and we gotta capture those, right? A lot of people in Jannah, and when we go to Jannah, inshallah, a lot of women are not defined, first of all, by their motherhood, if they were a mother, but they also didn't get chances to actually have their own children. A lot of them even had it later on, like Maryam alayhi salam's mom had a child later on. Her identity was not formed around the child. She had this identity as a servant to Allah, and a child came. My job as a mother is to bring Islam forward. No matter if my children are here, if my children are not here, my job remains the same. My job is to bring Islam forward. My job is to bring Islam forward. So I don't look at the cooking and the cleaning and the feeding, and like these are very important things that Allah, if we seek reward, Allah will give us reward for, we get good deeds, inshallah. Like, it's yeah, if you make it touch, you get deeds for the mundane stuff, subhanallah. But the mundane stuff are in the background. What's really important, and the main aspect that carries the generations, is bringing Islam forward. So I don't want to get blinded by where I'm stationed. Like a big component of this, which I'm gonna be honest, it is controversial. People say what I'm doing right now is worship, and alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, I'm not discrediting that. But if we are too boxed in to say cleaning, like if we are just this cycle, I think it's really important to accept knowledge, to, when we can. When you're in the newborn, I understand in certain circumstances. I'm going to use an example, and I'm not trying to judge, I'm just using an example. Like how in secular studies, some older people go back to school. So when they're done having children, they're like, I'm ready, I'm ready to spend time out with, learning for myself, I want a better income, like let's go back to school. So it is kind of like you close the door to pursue taking care of your children, and you're going back to school. In Islam, alhamdulillah, learning our deen is like this. Yes, at times it will not look like that. um if you're too busy with children, maybe like try to find like a friend. Okay, keep in contact with a friend that like is connected to student of knowledge. It doesn't mean you have to be a student of knowledge, but a friend of a friend, like a line of knowledge in your home, like, and it not being like your husband but also you. I hope to maybe continue part two of this, talking about um you know all this stuff. I mean, like, we talked about a lot, but I do want to kind of end it with something that kind of um, this is the context. Omar, may love be pleased with him, had said, in like there's a context to it, but it basically I can still reflect, like, just from a non-scholar perspective. If you try to find honor in anything else but with Allah, then Allah will disgrace you. And this was a context of the time, different than what I'm talking about, but I kind of internalized it a little bit. Like, my honor is not here. My honor is not being a mother. My honor is not this. And keeping our egos in check around this topic, that this is not where I feel the most like this. Yeah, so I just wanted to put that perspective that is with Allah, and centering it always with that in mind. So yeah, Assalamu alaikum.